Welcome to the Art Bulletin. We're coming to you from Studio 10 in Auckland Park in Johannesburg. My name is Tumi Sedumedi. Thank you very much for staying with us. An interactive multimedia exhibition which introduces contemporary pop, hip-hop, indie and techno music from Germany will kick off on Thursday at the Cape Town Science Centre. Titled Music Plus S, the exhibition is designed for youngsters from the age of 12 and is in collaboration with the Goethe Institute.
Is targeted at youngsters who learn German as a foreign language all over the world. So mainly it introduces the contemporary German music scene. There are 4 genres that are introduced, namely hip-hop, pop, techno and indie music. But it is also an exhibition that I think is equally interesting for people who are generally interested in music and in German music. So we will also have some English translations. We had it in China, we had it in Eastern Europe, and last year it came to Johannesburg. We showed it at the Museum Africa in Johannesburg, and I hope that everybody is interested and will come and see the exhibition at Cape Town Science Centre.
The National Arts Council is providing funding to individuals and arts organizations that will provide national significance to the arts industry. Application entries are open and will be closing on the 20th of February in 2014. Here's more info on the fund and the application process.
The National Arts Council is an entity that has been established by the Act of Parliament. The reason we give funding is that we want to develop, support, advance and promote the arts in South Africa. We're actually looking for projects that will leave a legacy, that will leave a lasting impression, that actually have an impact in the arts community. 2014 marks a significant time in South Africa. We're celebrating the 20 years of freedom and democracy, and we need to sit and reflect the long journey that it has taken for the country. So people wishing to have some artistic expression on the marking of the 20th democracy in South Africa are actually invited to apply as well. Applications can be obtained from the NAC website.
Live jazz and blues venue Baseline, which was once upon a time based in Melville, is now an iconic musical platform which has hosted, among other greats, Angelique Kidjo, Hugh Masekela and Alicia Keys, to name a few. This year, the Newtown Baseboard turns 20 years old, and they'll celebrate the milestone with weekly live music sessions.
As we celebrate the country's 20 years of democracy, Baseline is also marking its 20 years of existence. This musical venue, situated in Newtown in the Johannesburg CBD, has been a stage to some of the country's finest talent, new talent and some international greats gracing it. This month of January has seen Wednesdays and Thursdays honoring 2 decades of music, with different artists engaging and entertaining crowds, including raga lovers.
The National Eisteddfod Academy is calling for entries for their 11th annual NEA Young Performer Award competition, which will take place at the Atterbury Theatre in Pretoria on the 17th of May. Young performers in music, dance and drama are invited to submit entries before the 10th of February. The competition provides a platform where the best young performers in music, dance and drama, as identified at various festivals and competitions, can compete and showcase their talents. Amateur performers that have received 90% or more in an Eisteddfod or similar competition during 2013 are eligible to enter the 2014 NEA Young Performer Awards competition. There are 4 rounds of adjudication. The first 3 rounds will take place at the Roodepoort Theatre, starting with the first round from the 24th of February to the 20th of March and concluding with the final round on the 17th of May at the Atterbury Theatre in Pretoria. The semi-final round from the 5th to the 8th of May will also be presented as 4 evening concerts at the Roodepoort Theatre, each one dedicated to a different genre. The National Eisteddfod Academy initially launched this competition in 2004 to provide a next level of participation for young performers in various regions. The South African Music Rights Organization is providing an opportunity for all registered music students to apply for their music bursary. This year, the organization has an overseas scholarship competition for a music composer. We are now joined by the Managing Director of the Samra Foundation, Andrew Leroux, to tell us more about this scholarship. Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Samra is giving away yet another bursary. Please tell us what the 2014 focus is.
The 2014 focus of the overseas scholarships is composers. For the bursaries, it's all the different kinds of courses that you study at university. So this year, we're giving away approximately 100 bursaries again, and we've given away about 1,700, 1,800 bursaries since the 1980s.
So who's invited to apply for this year's bursary?
Everyone that wants to study music, except at first year level. This is the first year that we decided not to give bursaries at first year level. We're going from second, third, fourth, and even at doctoral level. The categories that we're looking at is music education, music performance, music composition, and Indigenous African music study. So whatever you're studying, look at our website and you can look at the courses for music and come and apply.
Speak to us about why you've decided to remove first-year students.
That's a very difficult decision. Firstly, the attrition rate at first-year level is very high. So those that enter first-year level, those of us that study know that you don't see your buddies at the end of the first year. And the second year, there's a lot of different people or less people. So what we decided, our budget was cut for one. That was difficult. And we had to look across the board, how do we manage that cut? So the people that usually make it through to the end are those that go on second, third, fourth year onwards, second, third year onwards. And that's why we decided to reduce or not to do first year bursaries this time around.
Speak to us about why it's important for SAMRO to provide these bursaries.
Well, firstly, it's really important for our corporate and brand image. Because SAMRO is the biggest corporate in the music business, it's important to be a responsible citizen, so you give back. And that's something I'm really proud of. Because since 1961, we started as an organization. 1962, we gave our first scholarship. So we've got a long history of investing in music. You can't just pick the royalty income and fruits from the tree without plowing something back. So we plow something back in terms of music education and the range of different programs we support music and the arts.
And how have you seen this program impact on the music industry and the higher institutions of learning programs?
Well, we're the biggest funder of bursaries, so obviously that impact is big. Secondly, the kind of people that we sponsor in our overseas scholarships competition, those are the ones that go on to make a difference in the longer term in the music business. We've given 66 scholarships since 1962 for overseas study, and that makes a big difference in terms of those individuals being able to refine their skills abroad and coming back to plow it at home. So one just has to look at the list from Bokani Daya, Kesavan Naidu, Abel Motswari, and I can't remember all the 66 names. But those are the kinds of people that don't only go on to record, to perform, to run venues, to do music education, and years later, their students coming into our competition. So in that way, you feed the family of artists out there.
And Andre, before you go, speak to us about the application process. Granted, the forms are available on your website, but what does anyone who wishes to get this bursary need to prove to SAMRO?
First, they've got to prove that they're worth it. The applications are granted specifically on merit. Secondly, they don't even have to post the forms nowadays. The forms are online. So you can fill it in online, you can upload the information, and you can click send. So firstly, you've got to prove that you're good, and primarily on merit, then you can get it.
And all the best to you. I know what hard work it is to select the final one.
Thanks, Tumi.
Managing Director of the SAMRO Foundation, Andre Leroux, speaking to us about the bursary for composers that they have running this year. Remember that your thoughts and suggestions are always welcome here at the Art Bulletin. Our email address is theartbulletin@sabc.co.za. Our Facebook page address is The Art Bulletin and in brackets, Morning Live. Our Twitter handle is simply @The Art Bulletin. Until next time, it's a goodbye from us.